All right, our next question posed by a theist is number 7. When you attempt to use logic to conclude facts about religion, are you starting at the conclusion that God is not real, or are you starting at true premises? Be honest. If you're starting at true premises, then what are they? And how are they true?
Okay. So if we take it from this perspective, to be honest, I came from the opposite of that. I mean, I came from the belief that God was real. And then I determined that at least the biblical God wasn't real, based on the evidence.
But other gods may be real.
I didn't make that conclusion.
Okay, but you left that open.
I left it open.
Okay, good.
And I still even leave it open to
Right.
that the God of the Bible may be real. I'm going to leave it open because I'm not, as we said earlier, I'm not omniscient. I do not know all things. I do not have the capability to understand all things, and I don't have the evidence of history available to me in the sense that I wasn't able to go back and experience Jesus' life. I only have tales of his life.
But for me, to the degree that logic holds, to that degree I can dismiss the God of the Bible as illogical.
Okay.
I believe there are too many logical contradictions.
Oh, for sure.
In the definition
for
of the
sure.
God of the Bible.
And I totally agree, which is also why I don't believe in the Bible. And obviously, if I didn't, or if I did, then I wouldn't hold to that.
Right.
But what I'm saying is that it could always be the case that information has been distorted in one way or the other, and it could very well be that my limited perception of the information that's being provided is insufficient in determining whether or not the provided information is truthful.
Okay, but when we say the God of the Bible, I think the God as defined by the Bible, and you think the God of the Bible as he might be if the Bible were not necessarily true.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. So, again, coming back, I came from the perspective that God is real, and then I fell out of that belief because of the evidence. And so, no, I don't approach it logically with the conclusion that God isn't real. I approached it logically from the question as to whether or not the information that was being provided to me was, did it hold up under the lens of science? And I concluded, as many other people have in the world, and other people conclude other ways, but I've concluded that based on the evidence presented, that the God of the Bible is not real. But that was my conclusion. I didn't already presuppose that was the case when making that conclusion.
Right. I'm a little bit disturbed about the
wording.
I'm a little bit disturbed about the way they're trying to promote belief as binary.
Yeah.
As either you believe in God or you don't believe in God.
Yeah.
There are many degrees of belief. There are many necessary degrees of rational belief.
Yeah.
Because inductive reasoning requires that we follow the evidence, and evidence arrives in degrees.
Yes.
So if our belief is to be rational, it must map to that level of evidence.
And
it is never absolute,
That's
one
right.
way or the other.
That's
You
right.
cannot say there can be no such thing as this God, and you can't say this God absolutely exists.
Yeah.
Except in cases where that God is defined illogically.
Yes. And contradictorily.
That's right.
Yes.
So those type of gods, you can dismiss those type of illogically defined gods to the degree that you hold logic to be true.
Yes. Superior.
Yes.